Hello, hello, hello! I'm No More Worlds. Welcome back to Vagrus, the Riven Realms. Last time we entered the Torzarg's shelter, and I feel like I'm just saying syllables at this point, but we entered the first big city. And so we have to, we have a few quest hints that we should be able to do in here. On this, did some marketing stuff already, got rid of some excess supplies, so we made a little bit of money. We have a pretty good... Oh, here we go. Many settlements on faction panels. This is where you get faction missions for the most part. And you can see what's available, and a lot of the missions depend on how well liked you are by the faction. So you can see here, not that many missions we can take at the moment. So, one of the big things you want to do in this game, in Vagrus, is to figure out, what is the most efficient route to take, what missions, what supplies, what trade routes to do. I'm stuck with this mushroom beer right now that I paid a bunch for and I want to sell somewhere else, so we'll figure that out in the meantime. But I think we're going to go to the Mancio, yeah, and get some local news. And we'll also buy some rumors. Some passengers here. No unnecessary right now. I think what we want to do is probably rest, if we're able to. Here we are. And if we want to, we can send out our very massive slave labor force to do odd jobs in the meantime, which I might do. Now these are the chances of success down here and how much we'll be making. So 0 to 7 this to this. You can make some alright money, and considering we're going to be paying 2 bronze, 2 silver, we'll say. Or 2 silver, 2 bronze, gold, despite the colors being different. Largest denotation, smallest denotation. This would definitely cover upkeep by some amount, but we're not going to do that. We have a pretty good obedience in our workforce. Good nutrition as well, but I might just increase rations by 150 to jump us up considerably. We're not going to lock this setting. We'll pay everyone now. We can also do standard sleep on the stable floor. It's free. We can pay more money. Don't know where the... Here we go. So this is free. This, more money. This, even more money. Actually, I think we're probably going to go... Oh yeah, we'll be going with the highest level right now, I think, would be best. Crew change, this is just what I've done. I got rid of the workers and just have slaves. It's not the most moral thing to do, but I think it's worth it. We'll end the day right now. I don't think there's anything else we need to do. We're not going to have our slave force work. I want everyone to be at full energy. Perfect. We didn't lose that much gold. Bros, Lurg, and Changers. I'm not going to remember those names, but, this is the most important. There's some more news we can get right here. The same both tabs. This will just give us trade news, so we can have an idea about prices in other locations, and that's always useful. But we had a quest thing to do, and if we go to Journal, which is somewhere... Glossary, maybe? No, there's just going to be glossary of everything that we've come across so far. So if you ever need to, these all pop out. If you need to click on them, as you can just figure out where you need to go. So I think we're supposed to go to the Undercity. Thankfully, when it's a quest, there should be some sort of little denotation up here. So why don't we, maybe the Market District? Here we go. Seek out Braxis's store. The old man said he could be useful. So the first little quest item in here. And I think these are the conditions by which we can do it. Story in alignment. Your story is in alignment. So yeah, we can just do this. And there are other random things we can do. We might even be able to find more jobs. We're not going to do those right now. Just head in here. And so we seek out Braxis's store. The old man said he could be of use. You make your way to the part of the market district that lies just east of the Calrish Market. It takes a while to locate the statue of Mercatus overlooking a dried up fountain carved of dark stone, but when you do find it, you can see that the shop is indeed right where Agos said it would be. Huddled between two taller, decrepit buildings, Braxius's storefront is not much to look at. Only his name is written on the stone slab above the doorway. No sign, no display, no stall, nothing. Inside is a dark little room with a dirty counter, strange odor, nondescript trash that barely passes for wares, and a demon-kin fellow, fiddling absent-mindedly with some gadget. He looks up as you enter. "What can I do for you?" he says with a ghoulish grin. He can't help it. He has pointed teeth, a big nose, and a crown of he looks like Darth Maul, and a crown of jagged horns that not only adorn the top of his head, but also the sides of his jaw. His eyes burn with a pale orange light, and he is surrounded with an almost palpable aura of nervousness. Surely this cannot be the man you were guided to see. "Are you Braxis?" "Oh yeah, in the flesh." Braxis bows his head theatrically. You explained to him that an old wanderer called Agos told you to come here if you wanted to find the right people for Comitatus. Braxis smiles, his fiendish smile upon hearing your story. "Indeed, I do specialize in connecting such people. I might have someone who you will find useful and even help you in getting them to join you. And I owe Agos, so there, everybody wins." Ask him who he can get and at what cost, because I want recruits. I definitely need some lieutenants in my army. It's really just a trade faction, but they're going to be helpful. There are two types of battles. One that's more, text-based, and one that's more like a classic opposite sides turn-based with rows and columns. So yeah, we'll see what it would cost. There's a lady with a very special skill set that I have in mind for you. Not only is she really good at finding her way across the wasteland, but also comes in handy in a fight. She can track down basically anyone for you, or so they say. She's a bounty hunter. I was told she was looking for a Comitatus to join so that she can traverse the realms and claim bounties as she does. I also heard that she may have some kind of connection to the Imperials, but you'll have to ask her about that. Her name is Krifta. When you ask him what you owe him for this, he simply shakes his head. Nothing. Like I said, I owe Agos, and he told me that I can pay him back by aiding people he sends to me. Odd, right? Well, not so much, really. At any rate, I can arrange a meeting with Krita for you. Yeah, I want to meet her. Minutes after you tell Braxis that you wish to meet this Krita, he has closed down the shop and is leading you to where you can talk to the woman. You soon arrive at a stinking watering hole at the end of an alley, somewhere between the market district and the undercity. The sign has a feeding carrion bird on it. Underneath, crooked letters spell out the name Grinding Gizzard. You find a table in a corner while Braxis gets you a couple of drinks. By the time you finish the first, a woman walks up to you with a strange gait and greets you. Krifta looks like a cross between a human and some kind of carrion bird. Clearly the result of the taint. She observes you with large, beady eyes and clacks her beak before addressing you in an almost chirping voice. "So, they say you are recruiting. Are you needing a scout and a tracker? Then I can offer my services." Krita has been all around the continent. She's tough as nails and knows how to hunt down beasts and even men, adds Braxis. It's true what the demon spawn says, Vagrus, but I can see that you have questions, she says, continuing to click her beak. Yeah, I have some questions. I can ask away. I can ask about her past, her abilities. I don't actually have that many questions for her. I think she's there's a random recruit you can get here, if I remember correctly. And she's one of the best. If my knowledge of this game is up to par. Just because she can be put into a scouting role, and that will increase your movement speed and some other stuff. I know why she wants to be on a roll. Let me ask her about her skills and abilities. She's handy with a bow. I use it the most to hunt down most of my prey, be it man or beast. She muses for a while before going on. So yes, I am a hunter, a tracker, and a survivalist. I have all the related skills, ones that help out here the most in the Broken Lands. She's being modest, Captain Braxis intervenes. Actually, Krita here is quite renowned bounty hunter and marksman. Also, a huntress like her and your crew could provide all kinds of benefits, like allowing you to save up on supplies, as she gets you fresh food regularly. Krita does not say anything, she just bows her head slightly. No, I'm gonna just hire her. Take her on and pay her fee of 3 lurg. Which I wish I could remember which denote. Okay, that's the middle one. I'm not gonna haggle her. She gained loyalty. Excellent, Krita says. She pockets the coins. I'll buy rations and gear for the road. Also, there's a job I was offered Vagrus. You might be interested in becoming partners. We can talk about this later. I'll meet you at the Mancio. The sooner we leave the city, the better. She leaves you down the rest of your drink. Braxius asks you to return to his shop. When you arrive, he turns to you. Now that Krifta business is taken care of, I can help you recruit another fellow. There are 2 options, in fact. Want to hear me out? Yeah, hear him out. So this is the random recruit, and there's either an orc or a dwarf I think you can get, depending. Alright, good. So there are two fellows here in Torzog that I could put you in contact with. Both have their own problems. So to say, that they are trying to solve. I can help you solve their problems for them. One that is, I can help you with one of the two, and you'll owe me for this. You ask him about the two individuals. One is a dwarf and a particularly nasty one, but don't you get discouraged. Given the right motivation, all the nastiness can be directed towards your foes, Captain. He's a specialist when it comes to dwarfy stuff, you know, scrounging, smuggling, and hoarding. Business in general. He's connected. He knows a lot of people in low places. Yeah, the demon pawnbroker scratches the base of a horn around before going on. The other one is an orc and a tough fellow. He's somewhat of a celebrity around these parts. Won a few gladiatorial tournaments years ago, but when he started to train folks who wanted to become warriors rather than warrioring himself, and I guess now he's fed up with that and he wants to travel and fight. A real tramp, you know. A real champ, you know. I'd want a good fighter, I think. The dwarf might be useful, but when we have a scout, and if we do get into trouble, melee and ranged are going to be pretty good, so... He gives you one of his predatory smiles. Good, good. As I've said, Gorgoru is an orc, and as you'd expect, quite a warrior. Somewhat of a celebrity in the city, though according to him, his gladiator days are behind him now. However, one of his associates got himself into some kind of trouble with powerful people, and now he has to answer for it. Since the guy is technically Lenista... This is our owners and trainers of gladiators. Alright. Oh god. Give me a second. Lannister, he'll be given the opportunity to field a couple of gladiators against the gladiators of his accuser and, should he win, clear his name. However, he himself cannot step into the arena, and only Gorgoro stepped up to defend him, meaning they are 2 gladiators short, but I can get 2 fellows to round out the team. You win the fight using them, and thereby make Gorgoro indebted to you. He wanted to leave Torzogs anyways, and you would owe me a favor, as I've indicated. You give it a thought, but after a few moments, Braxis clears his throat. Do we do this, Captain? Yeah, what's the favor, though? Yeah, we'll do it. Now we're talking, Captain. The pawnbroker claps excitedly. Alright, you just go about your business now. I need an hour to get things done. When you feel like it afterwards, make your way to Drusius's gladiator school here in the market district. It is in the southwest corner. Talk to Dryas and Gorgoro and offer them 2 gladiators for the upcoming match. When they ask you why you're doing this, simply say that you want to recruit Gorgoro before you leave the city. Then you only have to win the match. The 2 fighters I'm getting you will show up by then. I believe that the orc will need little convincing to join your crew after that. You nod and prepare to take your leave, thanking Braxius for his aid. Don't thank me yet, Captain, and don't forget, you'll owe me, and a day will come when I'll need your aid. He winks and sits down behind the counter. Alright, we can leave. And if we want to, we can go to the gladiator school here, but we won't just yet. Let's listen for the news circulating in the market. Spend some coin to fish for news, so not that much. And this is available every 3 days. So, you know, news and rumor change hands, so you hear a lot of things, but none that proves to be useful. Alright, that's absolutely awful. We can visit the market, browse the goods on display. So these are some special items that are here. Tribal trinkets. I think these might be useful to certain people. We're going to refrain from buying anything that's not terribly expensive. And hides. If I could free it up, but you know what? We're not going to do that. We'll leave the market for now. We can check out some of the other areas. Civic inns in the shadows of public buildings. You can visit gardens, the Arena Maximus, Dragon's Nest Inn, public library if we wanted to. We can visit the library's closed, alright. Let's just continue the quest, I think. So we'll go back to the market district. We'll go to Dryce's compound. We could have done a rumor gladiator in trouble to recruit this guy if we wanted to. And I'm curious if I didn't go through Braxius's offer, if I could have gotten that without having the need to aid him at some point. But go to the compound, houses gladiators of Dryas in his south end of the market district, a fairly scarcely populated part of the city, dilapidated houses. Let's enter the compound. You walk into the atrium that serves as the main hall and call out loud if anyone is there. In the poor light provided by a few braziers and twinkling crystal lamps, you notice a man enter and walk slowly towards you. Salve, he says without enthusiasm. I'm afraid I cannot help you. The school is all but closed, permanently. The man is wearing leather armor in the Imperial style, complete with a gladius and bugio. Pugio, hanging from his belt. He has a bitter face, is framed by balding hair turning gray. This must be Dryas, the school's owner. A large shadow appears in one of the archways. You cannot see the person it belongs to, only feel the intimidating presence, probably the orc. Say that you are here by mistake and leave. Inquire what happened to the school. He sighed in exasperation. I'm sorry, it's just that I've told the story so many times recently, it's getting to me. In short, we had an unfortunate accident in which one of my trainees got hurt, the son of an influential man, a Tarkian diplomat who has the ear of some of the city's leaders. The man is out for revenge even though his son made the mistake, not the school. Now he's out to destroy me. The instructors have left. I paid exploitative fines several times. I lost most of my trainees. You can feel the gaze of the shadowy figure pierce you. Even though, Dryas says, sitting down on a stone bench, I was given a chance to clear my name, I would have to win a gladiatorial match without gladiators. Not entirely without gladiators, the voice growls from the shadows. You watch as the huge orc stalks into the atrium and leans against a pillar. It's a big-ass orc. This is Gorgoro, a good friend of mine, Dryas indicates the orc. Who sent you here? The large warrior asks you coolly. Have you come to gloat, to offer a laughable price for the school? You tell them that you have no such intentions. You are a Vagrus who heard of Dryas' unfortunate predicament. Ah, well, you've got to forgive Gorgoro here. He's very protective of his friends, the instructor tells you. As you can see, we are in no position to be of any service right now, so if you excuse us. Wish them luck and take your leave, wave your hand dismissively and walk out. Offer your help in the upcoming match Dryas faces, knowing that Braxius will back you. Inform the surprised Dryas and Gorgoro that you have two fighters who can step into the arena alongside Gorgoro. In exchange, you ask the orc warrior to work for you. It takes only an exchange of a few hushed words between these two before Gorgoro accepts. I was about to leave the city anyways, and I would be honored to work for you, Vagrus. Accept Gorgoro's pledge and offer and pledge yourself to help them in the arena match. Right, Dryas shakes your hand. Now I'll go and set up the match with those bastards. I'll need you to be at the Hortius Girdis fighting pit the next morning. It's where the Legio March Avenue crosses, oh Jesus Christ, Vagrus Square. I don't speak Latin. I'm trying here. Make sure your fighters are well rested too. We will have a rough morning. Gorgoro slaps you on the back as he walks out of the atrium with a grin. You leave and spend the rest of the day preparing for the match. So we can end the day again. I'm probably just going to sleep on the floor. Well fed, that's fine. We can pay now. We're losing quite a bit of money at the moment. We have a companion. I have to leave the settlement to assign deputies, but she can be a deputy at some point. I can speak to her if I want, and I don't know what that does. We're just going to end the day. I don't like how this keeps jumping back up. Plus 1 day, so a day has gone by. The next morning you arrive at the agreed-upon place. Dryas and Gorgoro are already here. The Hortius Girdis fighting pit is a small arena built of gray stone where the Legio March Avenue crosses the Vagrus Square. It is an old building, even somewhat crumbling. The stage has seen its heyday, but even before the larger coliseums were built in the city and claimed the crowds. Today is used for small matches. District fights compete for local recognition, and some executions are conducted by pit fighters. Of course, altercations like Dryas are settled here as well. It is a chill morning, and Dryas and Gorgoro are standing at the entrance arch and greet you curtly. The orc is brimming with energy, but the instructor looks like he hasn't slept at all. You are here, Dryas says, and you catch a hint of admiration in his voice. I am honored. Let's do this. Alright, enter the building. And I'm just going to kind of skip through this. Do I have to talk to anyone? There's a Tarkian diplomat. Spot a boy of 10 or 12 in dark Tarkian garb standing behind the robe. His left eye and forehead are bandaged. She's holding a hand of a little girl with shaggy brown hair and large eyes. Dryas walks over to the little girl and kneels down and hugs her. She says something to him and strokes his rough face. His daughter, Gorgoro, growls in a low voice. You can feel his seething rage. She was taken by the Praetor until the matter is resolved. As leverage. Okay, so his daughter was taken as a matter of justice. So, you know, we're doing a good thing here, even if we're backroom dealing to do it. You descend into the cavernous hall where the gladiators pit fighters prepare for their fights. Faded trading dummies, broken practice weapons, and discarded fighting gear clutters the room. An archway to the right is closed by a portcullis, but beyond the filthy sand of the arena is clearly visible. My own companions and Gorgoro could do it if I had companions that could fight. I need at least 2 companions to do that, though, so we're going to be using Braxius as fighters. The two fighters practically center, no joke. They look more like thugs, but everything about them, their posture, gaze, cruel weapons, tells the tale of brutality, and this is what you need now. You exchange words with them, and they assure you that they will follow Gogoro's lead. I can ask about all this backstory and that sort of thing. A lot of cool stuff here. Ask about the little girl who is clearly the daughter. I think the boy is the boy who was injured in gladiator training. But we are going to, let's ask what to expect. 3 gladiators, the large orc says, while putting on his breastplate, and no pushovers either. These are 3 veterans of the arena of Vagrus. Hope your guys are up to it. There will be a Murmelo and a Veles. Weles? I think that's pronounced W. That's a tough shielded opponent and a spear and buckler guy. You discussed tactics briefly. I already told your fighters to give me some space in the beginning. I can charge the bastards, but I need a clear path ahead of me. Alright, let's just charge right in. And now you're gonna get to see, oh my god, you and Dryas take your places at the gate to be able to see everything your fighters walk into the arena, led by snarling Gogoro. He raises his terrifying battle axe high as the audience cheers him. The Tarkian diplomat is shouting angrily as his hired fighters from the seat box. The Praetor gives the signal while suppressing a yawn, and the fight commences. Alright, now you can see battle. I don't know why it opened with an attack. I think this is armor value. That's health, if I remember correctly. Why did this happen? The Welis gladiator begins her turn. She used a jumping kick. It's been a lot of stuff that's happened, actually. Okay, so it's Lorak's turn, who is this guy up here. So you can see the different, 2 columns, 3 rows. Maneuvering around is important. Location's important. Honestly, we probably want to take out the fairly weak-looking missile unit guy over here. So that's probably who we're going to aim for at first. I don't know how resourcefulness will work in this. Fend off. So he can do a sort of like don't attack me pose. He can immobilize a foe so they can't switch rows, which does happen with some attacks. And he can do a quick jab. And then there's the movement ability. So I'm going to do a jab. There we go. Power might be stamina. Okay. So Gogoro can attack. And let's see, we have Mighty Swing. This will hit adjacent foes, so we might end up doing that. Sunder. This will break armor, and I feel like this unit's pretty heavily armored. Is a buff, yes. And then I can use Challenging Roar. They'll concentrate on attacking him. It's a taunt, I think. And they'll also throw off their damage and accuracy. But I think I'm going to do... Oh, that's very little, huh? I want to focus. Do I? There we go. Looks like we only get 1 move per. Can I move up an attack? No. Alright. I'm gonna need to do some damage here. I think this is a brutal charge. If I move back and then charge up, I can do the damage. I missed that. Got stabbed there. Alright, we're not looking great, but I think we could probably take out... Oh my god, my accuracy is terrible. So let's see what abilities we have with Ukra Bone Grinder. Cheap Shot. Debilitates foe. He might do some damage, we might want to hit him. Sap smashes the foe with the blunt side, causing him to be stunned. So that might... Runs at the back, runs at the foe, trying to tackle and knock them out to the back. These are pitiful amounts of damage. Cheap Shot. Let's do a cheap shot on him. And we missed. Okay. Absolutely. We're taking a significant amount of damage. It's really quite annoying. Let's just push him back. Can you only aim here? No, okay, so I can stop people from moving into this location. That's fine. I mean, we're gonna have to just start pushing him. There we go. That's a crit. Did some serious damage to him as well. And I believe we just lost someone, so that's good. Okay, we are getting the shit kicked out of us. This is absolutely awful. I just keep focusing on this one. He's almost dead. That's all we need, is just to focus. Did he taunt? Okay, someone moved us. Okay, I'm getting just destroyed here. God, I have to move now too? God damn it. I don't have any abilities I can use, do I? No. Thank God he's dead. Okay, so is my guy. This is now 2-on-1. I don't think I'm going to win this. I think I'm going to lose. Yep, I lost it. That's outrageously annoying. Okay, this is completely no, we're not. Absolutely ridiculous. We have an autosave? Yeah, we do. I'm cheating. It's fine. Alright, well, welcome back. Reloading caused me to miss the roll that got me that scout from beforehand. So I have a different scout now. That's just wonderful. It's, that's great. I'm meeting with a Dark Elf. I think this Dark Elf also works pretty well. He says Salve. I have questions for him. I don't have any questions for him. And asks about his skills and abilities. He's a scout first and foremost. He can be heard and not seen. I think he can also get us across the wasteland quickly, so that's fine. Am I also a Dark Elf? I don't remember. Take him. He gained loyalty. Hear him out. You know what? We're expressing interest in the orc. We're gonna fucking win this. I won this before. Actually won this one. I focused targets and used a stun ability. It went better. The gladiator lies on the sands, bloody defeated, but alive. The crowd is chanting. Gorgoro's name is in a frenzy. Gorgoro's name is in a frenzy. There's no more dispute, no more question. Julius's honor, you won. Okay, good. We got our second companion. This game is hard. It's good to remember that. We can return to Armancio, where the orc joins you shortly. So if we go to Armancio right now, companions up here, we now have Renkelian, the Dark Elf. We lost our, we lost the person we wanted, but I think he'll do well, because he has Navigation 2, and this is actually pretty good, I think. Scoutmaster, max movement is definitely something we want. Survival, foraging chance. I think she'd be better at that. But it's not too bad. We're gonna buy some rumors, some local news. See if passengers want anything. Nothing too good. Okay, but we start. We have our Mancio, so we can. Renkelian's here and Gogoro's here. He's mostly just a fighter. We can use him for intimidation for the slave workforce, but I think once we leave here, we should be able to assign someone to one of our positions. Now we should see if there's anything in the market for equipment that we could use. We have extra storage already. We have slave cages already. Mining equipment wouldn't be too bad if we're going to do some mining. If it stopped moving, I can scroll over it. There we go. Prospecting chance. This would give us hunting stuff. Standard armaments will help our fighters. I don't know if I have access to that yet because this goes into the arms category, which is here. No, it goes here. So we could take this. It's quite expensive though, but it'll help us out if we get ambushed on the road. We do have 80 combat strength, so it's pretty high. What we really do need is more food. Ran out of supplies. Mushroom beer sells for crap here. But what we can do is try to take ourselves a faction job. There's one that goes to Arkan. We need at least 2 free spaces. We can do that, and we can try to sell something in Arkan that's worth money. Maybe mushroom beer. Need to be there in 9 days, and I think we're going to be able to do that just fine. Why don't we go ahead and take the... Let's take this quest from House Aquo, which is Obsidian, and we'll find out if anything else is worth money in Arkan. We can go to history, price history. Okay, we learned some stuff about Lumen, despite the fact we've never been there, but not Arkan. So really, we should just see what is inexpensive here. Let's play raw, crafted goods. These are wholesale deals. So we wanted to buy a bunch of stuff. Far too much money for us. Bone would be good. We don't need wholesale though. We just need something that's cheap here. Is there a way to like go purely by price? Can't really see it. Grain is not that cheap. Iron's pretty cheap. No, it's not. I was absolutely mistaken. Ivory's not too bad. We could probably buy some ivory. Just keep an eye on our money. Probably don't want to get below 12. I don't know how much it stacks by. 16 pieces, we'll do that. Hopefully ivory is a good thing in Arkan. Can we take any passengers at the Mancio? Not to Arkan. So, yeah, we can just leave the settlement. Charge through this, we can charge towards the city gates. Someone's offering us... You approach the mighty gates of Torzog's shelter. You can see the scorching desert sky looming above. Apologies, Vagrus, the woman says, bowing her head politely. I work for the Magistrate of Tax Collections. No need to be alarmed. I am here to present you with an opportunity. I have a message attached to some documents that needs you to be delivered to Arkan, to a client of ours. Should you take the message, you'll be compensated upon handing it over. What do you say? Yeah, we'll deliver that. Thank you. Guards usher you through. We have a little mission here. It's a story mission. Now, we want to head up to Arkan, which I think is just straight up this way. It's not just straight up this way. Traveling by road is faster, but we might want to dip off the road here because we have 9 days to complete this. So we just have to wait till we get to the fork in the road. And I think we can... Wow, okay, we can move this far. Can't move any further, can we? No, let's just camp for now. Pay now, that's fine. Keep it standard food. And we'll post guards. Nothing seems to have happened to us. Remember, we want to get to this place in 9 days. So this is day 2. Haven't been ambushed by anything yet. Alright, camp again. Arkan is straight this way, so we can dip up here and... I don't know which way is going to be faster. Camp one more time. Alright. So, this takes 7 movement points. Back here. This takes 6 movement points. I think we could shave time off if we just cut up this way. And we can do a bit of a forced march if we want to. That would cost 15. That would be everything for us. I might end up doing that. Yeah. Do a march. It's gonna mess with our devotion quite a bit, but that's fine. Go ahead and rest. Still have 4 days of food. And notice we have less forced march we can do now just because of the level of vigor we have. But we will manage to get here in 12 days. So that's what we're going to do. Because we can rest inside. There we are. We've arrived to Arkan. People are probably a little pissed off, but there we go. Stories. Trail of the Beast. Look for the monster stalking the vicinity of Arkan. Visit the shop of Thalamus. Explore the city. And explore the... Take a look and see what's going on. Stay and listen to the feud. Corals. Yeah, we can listen to a feud going on. It's between vendors. Try to evaluate stones. I don't think I have evaluation skill, but I just want to get into the fucking city. Let's take the side of the vendor. Purchase the units of marble. You think I don't want to do business? Thank you. Let me just me in the city. We're gonna just rest real quickly. We can turn in before we can rest. We'll turn this in. We had plenty of days. Made a bit of a profit there. And why don't we see how much ivory sells for? It sells for worse. So, yep, this is what I pay. Oh no, it sells for slightly better. Guess I can go ahead and sell this. Yeah, we made a bit of a profit. What does mushroom beer sell for? What did I pay for this? So, mushroom beer. We have to go back to Kurnock Way Station, I think. 1.2, and here in Arkan it sells for 1.6, so it is actually a bit of a profit. We're gonna go ahead and sell that. Look at that. Look at that mighty profit. We're gonna go ahead and re-up our supplies, and we're gonna rest in the Mancio. We'll pay for rumors. Always pay for rumors. And we'll exchange for some trade news. And let's go to the rest. And we'll pay now. We'll do this relaxation because we absolutely drained it by moving around. We'll up the amount of nourishment as well, ration wise. And end the day. Our vigor is absolutely terrible. We might rest here for a while, but I think this has been a fruitful meeting, despite the fact I lost that first time, embarrassing as it is. Some more missions to do here, and we have to turn in some paperwork from the magistrates. So this has been Vagrus, the Riven Realms, and oh, we're poorly defended. It's because of our vigor. But you know, this has been Vagrus, the Riven Realms. You can see it's a lot of bookkeeping, plus some turn-based battles where I do not excel. But we can only get better. We have a good workforce, plenty of supply carrying capabilities, slaves, lots of slaves, and if we can try to... Actually, what is the slave price here? We should probably find that out. Isn't that Mancio? Yeah, here we go. We can buy more slaves here. We can sell them as well and make a profit maneuvering them where they're cheap. We probably won't do that. But yeah, I've been No More Worlds. This has been Vagrus, and thanks for joining me. Bye for now.